Week 4 is already here. It's amazing when you break up the NFL season into like these little these little slices of the season. I guess I just didn't realize like we're already at that point. Like bye weeks are fast approaching. They're gonna actually be able to change Thursday Night Football this year too as well. So we'll get like presumably more or less good main slate contests on DraftKings, because they'll be taking the good games from Thursday. So it's going to be a wild season. I haven't heard enough people talk about that, so I just want to mention off the top. But Donnie, Gov, how we doing?
All right.
Having a good day, actually.
Do we want to do our numbers now? Get our numbers out of the way?
Get that out of the way, yeah.
I'm going to go with number 9.
It's weird. It's week 4. I don't know what number to go with.
Donnie, we're going to pair. I'm going to go 81.
Fine. I'll hit you with the 47.
I want to preference this. This is the 1 week I want the first pick, and I guarantee I'll get third this time. 39. So I get second. Gov's going to take the best bet. But for a reference, before we get into the main spread, Colts 3.5 is our show pick. Looking to stay in that win column. Kind of indecisive week on that group pick.
It was.
We don't really agree on much of these games so far.
Even our survivor pick was a bit more challenging than I thought. So I do think it will add to the intrigue of who actually wins the contest, though, because I do have some strong takes. I just don't think you guys will agree with them. So it could be an interesting evaluation as we look.
I've got some strong takes too, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
We will be taking the Chargers and Survivor, though, just so people know. As long as I don't miss.
Survivor pick for the week will be the Chargers, yes, and then our show pick will be the Colts plus 3.5.
All right, Gov, let's kick us off.
Where do I want to go with this? Well, let's see. Something tells me that the bet that Donnie wants to take has something to do with the Bears-Raiders game. Am I right?
No, you're not right.
Donnie?
You're not right.
I'm not?
That's what a person would say.
But you just saved me from all the heartache.
Maybe. It's probably me. Because I'm looking at it. It definitely catches the eye when I look at the numbers on it, when I look at the bets. I kind of want to just take the Raiders. I really do. It's weird. I don't know why this game is I don't even know what to do with this game. I don't even know what to do with this game.
I was gonna say your computer.
So I'm not gonna do anything with this game. That's my plan. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take. See, it's really bad. I kind of want to not give you guys the Colts because this makes it hard on my second pick. Or do I just take the good one now? No, I need to make the weird choice now. Give me the Commanders plus the points.
That was hard.
Yeah, I had to make the weird one now and hope that you guys don't pick the right. All right, so Washington plus 2.5, right? That's where it is on DK. That is the line we use when we do our picks.
I was listening to some betting content this week, and they were talking about how they really don't think there's a huge dip between Mariota and most of the premium backups in the league. Basically saying he could basically be a 31 to 32 quarterback in the league. He's not great, but he's exactly what you want from a backup.
He's sort of what it's kind of with the resurgence of all these guys right now from these old draft, the Darnolds and the Bakers and everything. Honestly, once you get 6 or 7 years in, you've seen so many defenses and so many game plans
True.
that there are things that you just now know. Oh, you know this guy is going to be open. You know this guy is going to be covered. You know this guy is here when this happens.
Yeah.
In the craziness. And they're now a little more adjusted to that. And they just look better. But you still see what they are. Like with Gino, it's working with Gino. Like he just looks, how does Gino look better after 7-8 years? It's because he's seen all the crap they've seen. So
Yeah.
now what's going on in his head, and after you see that crap, you then look at it in film on the sideline, and you go back and look at it in film the next week, so you fix that mistake. And if you do it 2 or 3 times, you've seen it 1,000 times now. Like that's all these quarterbacks.
And that's a great example because you see where there's limits because Gino's not having a great season, but that's his offensive line. Like
Right.
those quarterbacks can take you, they
It's
can
his
toss it.
offensive line, and partially that, like, you see where Gino's problems are with his inaccurate deep ball.
Right.
And such. And Darnold has his problems. That's why he's not perfect. Baker is probably the one who's like fixed somewhat of his problems. I don't know what's going
Baker
on.
was
He's looking
mentally
really good. Like that's what it is. Like he was just like so down because of Cleveland, I guess. But like he's looking much better. But like all these guys, they just needed a second chance and a fresh start, and they got it by like most of them got it by taking a year off in Carolina.
Do you think that's actually kind of messed up quarterback pricing on like DraftKings? So like we see another value with Jackson Dart. I feel like DraftKings doesn't know how to price quarterbacks. At least he's not 4K because I do think that makes a difference. Like spending the
I think
extra
they
500.
do just because of how quarterbacks score. Like for a quarterback to truly get you that 30-plus point game that like a wide receiver or a running back, like Jonathan Taylor got you 35 last week. Trey Tucker got you 40. Like for a quarterback to do that, he has to do some crazy, like Michael Vick Monday night kind of game stuff to really hit that ceiling.
I agree.
Like you're talking 300 yards, 2+ touchdowns, probably a rushing touchdown. Like it's crazy what he would have to do.
I just feel like
like only Josh Allen and Lamar really have those kinds of ceilings. Maybe on a random day where Mahomes has a rushing touchdown, he could hit that. But like it's like otherwise you have to throw for 406 to hit that kind of day. And like those are extremely rare kind of days.
I did feel like it kind of killed that middle ground of quarterback. Like you got your high ups, and then you're either paying way down.
It makes it like hard for me to want to pay up at quarterback. It's why like I think once you think a dude is in there and playing, that 5 to 6K range is where he should be. So Mariota's like he's priced accordingly now. Jackson Dart, you didn't know he was going to start, so you still had him sub 5K because taking a risk on whether or not he plays at all. He plays a couple snaps a game. He's a Taysom Hill, maybe. Ho.
I didn't mean to derail the show. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Donnie.
No, you're good. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to mean it like that. I'm just saying I think DK has it priced accordingly, to be honest. When we get to our lineup builder, we'll see. Yeah. Like the quarterbacks are much more priced accordingly. It makes it hard to go up to the high end, but I feel like they're going to be lower owned, even a guy like Josh Allen, even though he looks a little owned.
Quick one for me. I think they're just significantly better. I don't think they'll have a problem putting up points.
Did he freeze right at the wrong time?
Yeah.
He did.
Vikings 2.5 for me. That it's easy.
The Vikings.
It's Rodgers cooked.
Yeah, he looks not great to me. And not even him. I don't like that Steelers offense.
Vikings defense is significantly better. That's all I got.
I don't really see an argument there. And Carson Wentz looked good. What we saw, the offense looked good.
He looked better than JJ. He looked better.
Yeah, he was playing the Bengals, but I will say they are getting some offensive help. That's the only other note I had on this game is they are getting Addison back this week. So if you are playing Showdown, if you're considering, whether you start him or not. That's at least information you should know. All right. For my spread pick, I am going to take the Bears at +1.5. I know it's basically a pick 'em. I think the Bears are better. I think they have the momentum. I think they just have a lot of good stuff going on their side. I like this Raiders team coming in, but they have such a bad offensive line. They don't seem to be able to do anything. And I'll take the team with the points that has some confidence. Donnie's just transitioning to his phone now, so we won't lose him. But yeah, I just think the Bears are the more confident team. They might be similar records at the end of the season, but I just feel like the Bears have a lot of confidence right now.
Chicago.
Are you buying the Ben Johnson's like research? Like people are like, oh yeah, they're the fantasy fun team. You know, everyone wants a piece of. I've always thought that, so I'm biased if I comment now.
I got to start seeing Caleb be more consistent before I buy anything.
Even their offensive explosion game, to me, it looks sloppy. Like they're not on the same page. They're just not.
Sloppy is good for DFS, though. They do kind of maybe tend to be that 30 and
in a week. In a week when you can give a defense 30 points, that's awesome for DFS.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone scored defensive points last week. Okay, so I go back to back, right?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't like that Ravens defense at all. The Chiefs are getting Worthy back. I don't have many chances to have Patrick Mahomes and points. I believe they're at home as well. I think that Ravens team might be in trouble. I think the Lions game kind of shock people. I think if the Chiefs go out and light the kind of offense I expect with Worthy, because I don't think Worthy has to be that effective. I think Worthy's downfield abilities and just being on the field will open up Travis Kelce, who is at a weird pricing this week. I do think you'll have to make a decision on that. Tight end is just strange, but I want the Chiefs.
It's 2.5.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Donnie, what you got?
Give me just a second. I'm so confident. Also, I'm not going to take it because I think it's too awkward of a point spread, but 15.5 for the Bills being favored when they have now two defensive starters, key defensive starters in Ed Oliver and Matt Milano out, is kind of getting to a point where it might be bettable. But I'm going to keep it simple, stick with my gut. Sticking with my gut here, just give me the Packers -7. I've been looking for the offensive explosion this week. I'm going to play it as it will be an offensive explosion. So I'll just stay vindicated in that.
On my personal line betting
favorites for Donnie, just taking the favorites outright. To cover. Okay.
He's trying to compete with you, Guff. He doesn't want you to be back-to-back champions. Well, back-to-back.
Yeah. It's good. Someone else should pick the Super Bowl captain, to be honest. Like,
this man went platinum. He's like, I've had enough. All right, so we can get over to the lineup builder show, right?
Gov one more pick, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Sorry.
I'll make it simple. I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Wow.
I wish I would have got the line earlier in the week, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Raiders.
I mean, well, you guys are 3-3, so this might be the swing to get somebody in second place.
I'll say that's not the first time we went head-to-head. I think me and you did it, Donnie.
Yeah, you and Guff have already gone head-to-head this season, and you won that last time in the Seahawks and Steelers game. So Guff is bad in head-to-heads. We'll just say it.
We love each other.
I know. Trust me, I know this. I know these things.
We love each other. We value each other's opinions, but we definitely do not think the same way when it comes to lineup building or these games this week, apparently. I have some wild theories, I know. Let's get over to make some of those wild theories come true, and we'll build a lineup. I always like to flash my exposures. I think this after the games are done, I'm going to take a snapshot of my player portfolio and just player pool. And I'll post that as part of the review process going forward. I think that's a very good, transparent kind of exercise for myself as well. All right, so I always forget the order because I never remember any kind of order or structure. It's my
It would
pick,
be
right?
yeah, it would be you first.
Okay. I am going to take a clear value, I feel like, on the board. But then Donnie will be happy, but he'll be sad he won't be able to say it. I know I'll leave that for him because I don't think he'll do this one. No, I don't want that one either. Man, you left me too many choices. Yeah, let me do it. Let me do it. I'm going to take Henderson. I think this is the week he comes out. I'm buying the hype that they're gonna basically give him the share. He's going against the Panthers defense, who has historically given it up to running, and he's a big play guy who can easily just take one or two touches to the house. He also has a lot of receiving upside too, if you believe the preseason numbers. So I like Henderson. I was debating it, to be honest with you, because I value the running back position, but I think he's too good of a value.
I agree there. He's just such a good value at 5,200, and he's getting all their RB1 snaps, it seems like, in practice. So I'm also buying the hype a little bit. It's not 100% lock for me, but it's definitely someone I want good exposure to.
And always, just because we always usually have new people come in, we should mention we draft a team, but this is not the team. And then at the end of the draft process, we go back and give each other suggestions. We'll kind of edit and tweak if we have a lot of salary open. These are just kind of our players, and our player pool is kind of coming together.
All right, so Donnie, what are you looking at? Because I like the Henderson pick.
Yeah. I am going to just go. I've played him a lot this year, but now there's an injury to make me want to play him more. I have so much exposure to him throughout this season already. Emeka Ibuka. He's just been so good.
I like it. How much does Godwin play? Either one of you can take that question as I pull up.
I was going to pose that same question.
Because that's the question, right?
But does it
Like,
matter
it
to
like
you?
he's
How much
going
does
to
it
be-
matter to you?
I think it matters a lot, but I think it matters for your pick, Johnny. I think having him in there actually benefits him a lot.
I agree. It does benefit. I think it benefits him as well. And he's overpriced, I think, at 6K. They're going to still use Tej Johnson. They're going to use Sterling Shepard. They already were. So now we're getting definitely not a fresh Godwin coming in. So they're going to be a rotation. Godwin is a must avoid, in my opinion.
If it wasn't Ibuka and you didn't trust Godwin, let's say Godwin was on a snap count similar to Worthy's suggested, who's the buck that you would play opposite of him if you wanted to have a cheap option at that range? Would it be Shepard?
Yeah, it would be Shepard. That would be my random.
It won't be for me, but I think
I would not play Godwin. I would not play Godwin. I think Tej Johnson. It's Tej Johnson, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an awful play either. I just like the Tampa offense. I've said it all year long. So.
Yeah, I know Shepard and Baker have a chemistry, but I just think 4K is a lot.
I think there's better guys for cheaper this week.
Gov, you got any of those good picks for us yet?
Well, with what you guys have gone with, like I like Henderson. I'll say that. He's a good, solid value and a nice pivot off the other chalky running back values, which makes me want to jam in one of those with my two picks here. And then I like the Ibuka play for a different high-end wide receiver, and I would like to lean into that and maybe just, like, stack that game, and maybe I put our quarterback in. Like all of those seem like great options for my 2 picks here.
Yep. I
But
agree.
to be fair, on this slate, we have to ask a question first, and I will be doing it with every one of my lineups. What the hell am I doing with the Buffalo-New Orleans game? Because it's got the highest total on the slate. And we haven't addressed that in this lineup. And so as much as I want to stack us and get our stack in, or put in some chalk that looks really good, we need to address Buffalo and New Orleans.
I think I know what Donnie will do, so I'll kick it over to him first.
Well,
I
Donnie, I
agree.
want your opinion. What do you want to do with Buffalo New Orleans before I make my
I love James Cook.
you're
I
a
really
Cook man.
do.
Yes. What about you, Logan? What would you like to do with this Buffalo New Orleans game?
Personally, I'm going to fade this game and hope it fails. Outside of Olave, I think I'm playing Olave. But if I had to play a Buffalo Bill, it would be Dalton Kincaid.
If the game fails, could the min price $2,000 New Orleans defense pay off for you?
Yeah, I guess that's the other play I'm making.
You could play like the absolute stone min salary defense. Yeah. Yes, I see.
It's similar to what I told one of our DFS builders, last week when he was like, I don't want to play this Chicago game. I'm like, well, play Williams in the defense, get some part of it. At least correlate like your take essentially. Say like, well, if this game fails, how do I benefit from it?
Let's see. I think what I'm going to have to do is half-ass both things that I want to do. So we're going to play the Buffalo defense and Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
Okay.
Explain that one.
So we're going to get our piece and we're going to play our part in that. It's a slog of a game. There's not enough touchdowns for James Cook to be relevant or Josh Allen to be relevant because maybe Buffalo's the 20-point defense on the week.
Yeah.
Or in a slog of a game, a 14-point, 15-point defense works.
It'll make us different.
It's also a pay-up defense because it will make us different, too.
Definitely.
Then we get Jalen Hurts. I wish I could have picked a stack partner for Jalen Hurts. But I'd rather have him with a stack partner than Saquon.
Now, I will bring up, we had this conversation, a couple weeks ago, where Hurts usually doesn't bring someone if he goes off. Like, Hurts can be naked.
That's true. That is 100% true.
He can.
So I now leave it back to you guys for a couple of picks. We've got a nice core going here, and it's not chalky at all. So, like, you want to jam some chalk in there. I can tell you who the chalk. I can tell you who people are playing.
I'm gonna make the executive decision here and say, let's just pair our defense with our running back, put James Cook in. I don't think that's a bad play at all.
James Cook is kind of chalky, so like it's not a bad play. I'm not against it.
Get one of the chalky running backs. We have a mini game stack going on with Hurts and Mbuka. Defense and running back correlated. I mean, it works. It works. So far, we're looking better than we have since last week, anyway.
You think so? I don't like this lineup at all.
So fix it.
It might
you got
work.
2 picks.
No, I don't
fix
it.
I know, Logan. Logan, do you know how many times we've made a lineup that I didn't like?
I'm telling you.
Hey, Logan, I got a 3K receiver for you to play this week.
I've got a couple. I got a cheap one. You want a cheap one? I got a cheap one.
I got a 3K one.
You know what we all love? We
love
money.
Check mine's price. Let me check the price of mine. Hold on.
As long as
mine's 3,800. Okay.
I got a couple of cheap defenses too.
I have a cheap defense I love this week, but we'll get to that later.
Again, a crapshoot in my mind. I don't mind just correlating it with my running back pool.
Okay, I am going to I'm going to take. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Give me T.J. Warren for the Colts.
Warren at
Okay.
tight end, I like this week.
Yeah, they're going to need checkdowns. That pass rush is one of the best in the league.
I think he hasn't had his blow up game, and him and Travis Kelce are like the same price, which is just a weird phenomenon. It so happens, but I like Warren a lot. It gives us some PMR too.
Yeah, I like that game. What's the next one, Logan?
Okay. So then, let's see. Well, we need a bring back potentially, but I don't know if I want to do it there. I do kind of want to do that though. Yeah, I'm going to use up their other running back spot. I'm going to go Cam Scatterbo.
Oh, really?
Scat. The other chalky running backs.
the Scat
I would have
Pack?
gone with Hampton. I really like Hampton over Scat in that game.
I like Hampton, so if you guys like Hampton better, we could go Hampton. They're basically
We'll
the same
see.
price.
We'll see. That's
We'll
your
see,
pick
yeah,
is
let's go with
Scattaboo
that.
right now. Okay.
To be fair, like I'm just, I want it out there. It doesn't matter to me which one.
All right, Donnie.
No. Gov, where are you? What price range do you want for this last player? You tell me, and I'll pick off that. Because I got some receivers I like in all around the price range.
I will say this right now. Let me look. Let me just double check.
If you say neighbors, you can have neighbors. If you say Puka, if you say Nico Collins, you can have Nico Collins. Just you let me know.
Like,
I was like, we could do Puka.
looking at my stuff, the cheapest receiver I have on my radar is 3,800. So I would not go cheaper than that
Okay.
myself.
No, but I'm giving you the pick of the star.
No,
Who
I
do
know,
you
I know, I
want?
know. No, I'm saying that I'm trying to do the math here. I'm like, okay, so we have 10-4 left. I wouldn't go lower than 38, which means if it were me, I would only be able to leave you, what, 66?
About that.
I do like this
And
spot
who
too.
at 66 do I like? Because I'm trying not to have you go down to someone who I wouldn't want to play.
We're looking at
Could put AJ Brown in.
AJ
That would make
Brown,
sense.
Lad McConkey.
Listen, I got guys, so you just
Debo Samuel without Terry McLaurin.
tell me where you want to be, and I'll get you there.
You can't get me there. You can't get me there. I don't think you can get me there.
I can get you there. I can get you there.
Well, we can always rebuild this lineup too.
I don't think you can get me there. I don't think you can get me there. There's not enough money. No.
You
can't
see,
get me
you see
there.
why
No.
I put in Cam Scatterbo though, and not Hampton, because I thought that $300 might actually come in handy.
To be fair, in that like high 6K range that I'm looking at, I would be playing like like Debo without Terry McLaurin. It kind of looks really interesting.
I was like, walk the people through the process here.
Debo looks interesting. I
I
like a
can get you, Debo.
Doomsday.
All right.
Like Debo looks
okay.
interesting. I like a Doomsday. AJ Brown makes a lot of sense. McConkey's my fucking dog and correlates. Like honestly, there's a lot of good play. Devontae Adams, if he plays, is a good play in this range. Like honestly, any of those like 6K wide receivers that we could play all look good.
So you want to play a 6K receiver? You need me in the 4K.
I like all of those, so I want you to not play anyone under 3,800.
Okay, Donnie, can you make this pick and then you will know how much he has?
I'm trying to leave him. So 6,300. So I have 4,100 about is what I'm looking at.
Like I said, don't go below 38. Just don't. I like every option as long as you don't go below 38.
I almost made
I
one pick,
will
but I didn't
go
want to.
with. I'm gonna go simple. Who do we have? We already have Warren, so Downs is eliminated from the
Nothing
list.
about this episode has been simple. We've been
No.
in
I see. I kind of want to be crazy, even with him back. I kind of want to be crazy.
Okay, then
But
talk to people to be crazy.
Let's just go IO Manor. Aluminum foil.
AO at 3,900. Okay, that works for me. There you go.
That's fine. That's fine.
Do you buy that
we'll go
they're going
IO.
to pass more on the new coordinator?
I buy that this coach is going to do whatever he thinks is best to not get him fired because he deserves it.
Including giving up play calling. Like, that is a most desperate move, I feel like. Well, it wasn't.
I got you up to the McConkadonk if you wanted it, Gov.
I see that. No, I said, okay. I am at three choices.
Mm-hmm.
Would anyone like to make a case for me picking AJ Brown?
I'd have to look at their games against the Bucks the last couple of years.
I think it's possible, but I given his good game last, I'd be scared of the ownership.
Would anyone like to make a case for me playing Davante Adams?
I would, but I don't know what the Q tag is. Is that just him being old and maintenance?
I'm assuming.
I should look myself.
News.
AJ Brown did not play against the Bucks last time they played them. Last game he played against the Bucks was all the way in 2023, where he had 9 catches for 14 targets. But that's such a different team, you can't even make the argument anymore.
So it doesn't seem clear what the injury is.
Hamstring is scary. I always avoid hamstring anything, period. I will not touch a hamstring.
Sore hamstring is all we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough to say, hell no.
Well, Donnie gave you his answer.
All right. Would anyone like to give me a reason to play Roma Dunze?
I think him and Caleb have like amazing chemistry.
Can you give me a reason not to play Roma Dunze? Would be my question back to you.
Okay.
That's my rebuttal to you there.
So I've gotten so when asked to give me a reason to play AJ Brown, I was told probably not. When I was asked to give a reason to play Davante Adams, I was told hell to the nah.
You were.
Nah.
Donnie took you to
and then when I got asked to play Roma Dunze, I was
Yeah.
I actually really like Debo as well.
Realize I want to jam Davante Adams in the lineup right now, but we're just gonna play AJ Brown since you finally gave me the chance to get the stack part.
I don't mind that.
I am playing AJ Brown in a personal.
I was about to say, I just wanted to do Hurts and AJ Brown to begin with, but I wanted to make sure we took account for the Buffalo game.
Yes.
Now, if there's one thing I would change about this is like I don't need to correlate that defense, to be honest. Like I could easily switch James Cook in the Bills defense, put in like the Patriots defense to go with Henderson, and then have all the money to play up for Barkley or McCaffrey or something like that.
I could get off Cook to get up to McCaffrey if we want to do that. I personally, my favorite defense this week is the Titans. I think their defense, fantasy-wise, has been hindered by the fact that they played one of the best offensive minds in Sean Payton, one of the best offensive minds in McVay, and then a Indy team that's very hot right now.
I do.
Looks like Detroit and Houston are the ones that are
How do we
the
get
chalk defenses, but like if we go up to McCaffrey, then
we can't get
we have to go to a really cheap defense. But like
Tennessee, you could afford, and that's my favorite defense.
It is mine too. I do think the offense will look different and potentially because really they're just not letting Cam throw. If they actually stay in the field more and let that defense rest, I think Tennessee's defense is actually good.
They have talent.
They get overworked.
Yeah, they get overworked, and they, like I said, they played McVay, they played Sean Payton and his conservative offense that just kind of kills you with the 1,000 cuts. I don't think they're as bad as they've looked defensively.
I mean, I'll go as far to say, to me, there's no difference between Jackson Dart and Cam Ward because the coach just hasn't taken the training wheels off of Ward. I honestly don't know what he is. Like, he's played, but he's played with such handcuffs and such kid gloves. I don't know why they're doing it that way or what the benefit is. So hopefully because we have seen flashes, but that's all we've seen. Anything else you'd want to do with the lineup? I'm okay with it.
No, there's just some names I kind of want to bring up because we haven't. I think Keenan is going very underrated in our conversation right now. Keenan Allen, 5,400. He's averaging 18 a game. He is consistently their third down option. He's their run game. Their run game hasn't been there all year long. He is their check down guy.
I don't like him this week.
He keeps the clock moving for him. That's the whole point of having Keenan in this offense right now.
It's not that I dislike him. It's just everyone else around him I feel like has more upside. Like Calvin Ridley, for example, Chris Olave. I think they just have more upside.
Oh, shoot. We just got off the Buffalo-New Orleans game. I forgot about that all of a sudden. Like, I was kind of liking this lineup. I'm like, oh, wait, we didn't account for New Orleans-Buffalo. I might just switch the Titans defense and play New Orleans. Honestly. If it were my personal, because I would want to account for that Buffalo
ownership, yeah.
Makes sense.
Some sort of leverage, some sort of like, if I'm playing this lineup, that means I'm saying nothing in that game hits. And if nothing in that game hits, then the cheap 2,000 point defense might just pay off in value. Like I might just do that and then see if that 400 could be used somewhere else. Like that 400, I think, could be used to turn Scatterboo into Hampton. And I would love this lineup 1,000 times better.
It could definitely do that.
That's fine. That's fine by me.
It's still two chalky running. It's a chalky running back for a chalky running back, so it doesn't really switch anything like structure-wise in there. It just gives me the favored and better running back, in my opinion.
I just wanted to look. I always forget the Chargers play at 1 o'clock today or this week.
Yeah, they're in New York. Yep. Now we've accounted for everything in a lineup that has correlation and ceiling and chalk and.
It does. I think Hampton.
I really like this lineup, actually.
Yeah. I think it's probably our most guaranteed points. Like, the cash line is usually what, like 159, 158. If you counted, down the list, I think lineup could easily get there.
Oh, there is one thing we would need to do, just structure-wise. Switch Hampton and McCaffrey because you want your late game player in the flex.
I also want to point out how we're playing 5 rookies, which is interesting.
It is interesting. It is
Ibuka, Aomer, Warren, Hampton.
Why did you put that on the screen, Logan? Come on.
Well, he's showing love, Donnie. I will be transparent. I'm a transparent show. If you want to look like an asshole, then I'll display it. You can see it.
Well, you just said boys, but that's an interesting name for your YouTube channel. That is.
There's a lot of interesting names, Daddy. I just was gonna leave that for a second because he came in with peace.
He's been here a couple times, actually. He does show up a decent amount. No, I like this lineup. Is there any guys that you think we haven't spoke about? Any viable cheap guys? I will bring up my 3K receiver for Gov so he can make fun of it.
Sure.
Now this is off snap counts, and I'm not sure exactly the route discrepancy. I'd have to look more into it.
Hold on.
But
Hold on. Writing this down just to make sure I know how stupid it is.
Based on the injuries, if the game at all needs him to pass, Chris Moore is not a bad play, I don't think. At 3K, he's getting, I forget what the number was. He's getting decent portion.
Would you play him over Luke McCaffrey?
Yes, he's on the field significantly more. He was on the field 57% snaps last week.
57. I agree, but you're a math guy. I wanted to bring the numbers because I didn't have them.
Yeah, it's 57% for Chris Moore, and Luke McCaffrey was at 36. Now, Gov would have more of the numbers of run routes, so I will defer that to him if he can figure that out.
I will have to dig then into that.
We do have a hard out.
Even if it's off air and you figure it out another time,
I can post on our Twitter page as well.
But that is something I'm looking at a little bit because I do want to play some Mariota.
Yeah, and he did hit Luke McCaffrey for a deep shot. So if you were opposite to Donnie and be like, well, I just think like he will. I do think you could target a cheap guy from that team.
100%. That's kind of what I'm getting at. That offense is something you target for sure.
Which is what we really do here, because you can see it. We built this lineup together. We don't agree. I don't think any of us really agree that this lineup would be built by us individually. But this is.
I would not play 5.
That's fair. It is rookie running back week, though. I would be willing to bet most lineups will have at least 2 rookies in them.
We're playing rookie tight end, 2 rookie running backs, 2 rookie receivers.
Get young, Johnny. Get young.
It is interesting. All guys that are.
I will give you last 3. So last 3. We would have Luke McCaffrey at about a 22% route participation, whereas Chris Moore is at 40% route participation.
Yeah, see, I'm playing some Chris Moore this week.
The same as Lane and Noah Brown.
Lane is their
but guy. Specifically last week, McCaffrey was at 54% route participation, while Moore was only at 63%. Lane and Brown were both still sub 50. So it does look like Moore is out there. I will give you that his routes run and route participation looks good.
Noah Brown is out, by the way.
Yes, so with Noah Brown and Terry McLaurin out, I do think it will be McCaffrey, Moore, Debo. I think Lane is out there mostly for special teams.
Well, Lane is.
I would not play Lane. Lane is 30%.
His route participation is just too middling. Like I could see taking the shot on Moore after what we saw last week, but I think McCaffrey's right there with him. They'll use him now that they don't.
It's the 400 price difference.
Yeah, Lane would be a Millie shot maybe because he has the speed, but that'd be it.
Okay, like that's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not a bad call.
Viable 3K receiver, all right.
I do like Thornton, Donnie. You were right about him in the offseason. He's getting more and more targets with the Oakland Raiders. Unfortunately, Tucker caught the touchdown and got all the chalk and all the attention, but Thornton's still getting some good targets out there too. So if you want some leverage,
to clarify, that's the Raiders Thornton, not the Chiefs Thornton.
True, yeah. I'm just saying if you want some leverage off of a chalky guy, because I do think people will go back.
Dante, not Taekwondo.
Correct. So, but speaking of getting off of leverage, we have to get out of here. We have a hard out pretty soon here. So I want to thank the guys for coming.
I got about 5 minutes I need.
Okay. Fair enough. But I want to be fair to you.
We got a 5-minute run. We're good. We're doing good. Thank you, Logan. You've been great with me. I love this. I'm sorry I'm a pain.
I think I've hit most of my points this week.
I would.
Does anybody?
I will mention that with Leggett out, like Renfro has already been his main third down target, so like I don't mind that.
Yeah, Gonzo's back. I don't love it because now Marcus Jones will probably just follow.
Oh, you're talking defense. I legit didn't know for a second.
Yeah,
there.
No, the Patriots
like,
cornerback room is healthy for the first time all year.
I can play Trimble.
Of course
right?
they are for this game.
Gov, can I play Trimble? That's what I want to know. I think I can.
I'm not sure how much I can trust the offense. We've had one good game, but I also don't believe in Atlanta. It's a divisional game, so you usually can't take divisional games for everything they're worth.
The problem is Young likes to throw the tight
like
end.
you trust, Donnie, games against the Jets, Dolphins, and Bills are just weird sometimes.
Yep. Even when the Patriots had their dynasty, couldn't beat Miami in Miami.
So, Donnie, maybe this is a week where you have to embrace the rookies. We're getting weird. We're getting weird with the weird week. It might work out. Like I said, we don't have to like this lineup. As long as it cashes, I'll be happy with it. We might like it by the time you see us next time.
If the ownership looks good when it comes out and the page turns over, I like the ownership and I like our chances to go to the top. Boom, done.
I agree with you. We didn't take too many wild chances either. Like we didn't go for like a 0.1% owned guy. We didn't do anything, nutty because we usually build for single entry. So I want to throw that out there as well. With that being said, though, I'll get out of here, guys. Have a good one. Like and subscribe on the way out. And we got one comment, but if you guys ever want to, push back, we're fun-loving guys. We can take it. So if you want to comment on our lineup, if you want to give us suggestions, it's always welcome in the comments as well. We appreciate it a lot. Thanks, guys. Take care. We're out of here.
Peace out, everyone.